just in front of us, right, there was a lady walking and two people on a motorbike came round and snatched her necklace and dragged her through the road for a bit until the whole thing snapped.
Wow, what brand? The necklace strong, yeah.
Yeah.
Malaysians and Singaporeans, here are some differences between us.
This is your
this- yeah,
daily
yeah, yeah.
ketchup.
This is your daily ketchup.
Alright, everybody, this is a special segment because the four of us recently took a DNA test with Circle DNA and we are here to open our results for the first time and go through it.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I mean, I think at least for me, the main reason why I wanted to do it is because like Nat and I are planning to have kids. So don't know yet.
Hello,
But we
Emma.
obviously
It tells you how many children you can get.
I hope. No lah. So I think the most important thing is like whether we are like, I think it tells us whether we're carriers of like certain diseases.
Yeah, so I think it's quite interesting because I thought that DNA test was just ancestry.
Yeah.
But then they are testing for all these other things such as inherited cancers and disease, your optimal diet, fitness, wellness, career conditions, prescription drug response.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, just based on like swabbing our saliva.
Oh.
And all of this can be found in an app. But let's
Nice.
break down the ancestry first.
Break it down.
I'm 0.15% African.
No!
I am 0.48% African.
Oh! Don't do it. Don't do it.
Does that give you the right?
It does not give you the right.
I went home and I just went, I am African.
Wait, means...
It shows.
Does it though?
Like Ned's immediate reaction was, no wonder.
I was quite surprised, but also a bit sad because I'm 100% East Asian.
Oh.
Which makes sense lah.
But I was hoping I'd be a bit maybe Japanese or Korean or what, you know.
Also, no, so you're just fully
Just 100%,
like...
and majority Han Chinese.
Okay, so
okay.
I'm also 100% East Asian.
Which means me
Oh.
and John Paul are like brothers and sisters.
Yo, we from the same hood, man.
Yes, yeah.
Kampong, sure. Yeah.
And that's not dance hood.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because we were from the same tribe.
Behavioral traits. I'm less likely to be obsessed with washing and cleaning. True.
We didn't need a test to do
You've been
that.
wearing this shirt for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
And my pain sensitivity is slightly increased. So that means
What a wimp.
genetically I'm a bitch.
You're a good-hearted bitch who doesn't need to sleep much.
Why your pain sensitivity normal?
No, I'm
Wait.
slightly increased, but that's okay because I'm a girl. Kidding. Women are strong nowadays.
Nowadays, one of the categories that kind of interested me was sleep, stress and sleep. So like night owl. Yeah, I night owl. Am I a deep sleeper? I'm a deep sleeper. Me too. Yeah. And then they recommended the amount of like sleep duration. But one thing here, stress tolerance. I'm a warrior.
Me too.
Same.
I'm a survivor.
warriors, yeah.
Got the lightning on the head somehow.
Yeah, it's
so
not
a gangster.
Yeah.
Hi John, boss. Are you listening to this?
Actually, shouldn't tell him.
I am so
You give us
weak.
more stress.
Let's work, please. Let's work.
Warrior. Yeah.
The opposite of warrior is warrior.
Not bad. No, not bad. Yeah.
The copywriter must be damn proud of that. Yeah.
No, and also the user interface for this is super convenient and very easy to use.
And I think it's convenient also because you get to talk to a health specialist via the app also that will help you break down your results and like what to actually take away from these different results.
So got somebody to answer all your questions basically after you do the report.
But
lah.
this is us before we talk to the health specialist.
I think the other thing that's quite cool also is that I actually did a health checkup. So I actually know what my risks are for like certain things like diabetes, liver problems and all this, right? And it actually matches with mine.
Oh.
Like my DNA test. So over here, common health risks, right? They do heart disease, high cholesterol, hypertension, obesity, stroke, diabetes and all this. I do regular checkups because I got high cholesterol. And the only thing that it shows that I have high risk for is high cholesterol.
I have the same result as you, as in my only higher tendency one is the high cholesterol, and my mom and dad both are taking meds for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because both my parents also, and I end up having it. So
I
it's
haven't
better.
gone for a health checkup, but
Please do.
but
Please
like-
do.
But speaking of the fitness thing, right? I think it's quite interesting because they tell you what kind of sport suits you.
Yes.
And for mine, it was shocking. They asked me go skiing.
Because you can tahan cold.
No, I just can't tahan.
Oh, yeah. They have the ratio between like
general.
endurance and strength.
power, you know.
Skiing, rowing.
So at any point in your life, have you like felt inclined to try those sports?
I've always
Like-
wanted to see snow.
Okay. That's your DNA talking.
My DNA also said that my breast size is likely normal.
I think mine is under. I need to be bigger. No, serious.
Okay, so there's actually much more that you're getting from your DNA test. And if you're interested, you can go and shop their products on their website or using this link down below. And you can put the code TDK for 40% off.
What?
40%.
40%.
So aside from like the test results that you can see, right, they actually also have health guides. And then like the health specialist consultation thing that I mentioned just now, they can actually also help you create like a health action plan. So like there's actionables to be done from taking this DNA test and it can really help to maybe change your life.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. Back to the episode.
So, we were recently discussing and we realized that some of our viewers are Malaysian.
Hey, hello Malaysians.
Hello
Hi,
Malaysians.
fellow Malaysians.
And then we realized that there's so much more potential because there's so many more Malaysians than Singaporeans.
That's true.
Hello the more Malaysians.
So we want to get you guys to subscribe to us.
Subscribe please Malaysians.
While still making it relevant to Singaporeans, huh? Okay.
So we're gonna attack you. No, as in like verbally. No, not kidding. Okay, so I found this list. Okay, I think so important to go back to our roots, right? So I found this list.
Wait,
right?
we're not gonna introduce this man.
Yeah,
No,
who
it's
is
okay.
he?
Wait, slowly, relax, guys. See, let me host. You know what I mean? No. So, right, I found this list. Oh no, go back to I see lah. You lose my train of thought. Bloody hell. Go back to our roots.
Yeah,
I think it's so
roots.
important. Upbringing is the key difference between us. It's not the water that separates us. It's not the land. It's not the space. It's how we grew up. It's our environment and our culture. So I found this list. Okay,
Wonder where this is going.
the differences between growing up Malaysian versus Singaporean. Today we're going to explore some of them and see whether it's legit or not.
This is you make up, man.
No.
Just checking.
I just googled this
Just
5 minutes ago. You know? And so, to tackle this, right, we need representation. Correct, right?
Malaysia.
Hence, we have Denise representing.
Gone to JB one-time people.
Yes, and Christians. And then over here, we have 2 Malaysians.
Hey, hello everybody.
We have Jules. Please welcome Jules. Jules is usually behind the camera.
As you can see from his crew
He's
shirt.
one of the nicest people in our office and really one of the most beloved
Jules is
colleagues
the
that we
number
have.
one guy girls would date in the office.
Right,
It's
no,
true.
that's not true.
It's true.
That's
And
not
he's
true.
also the
consensus.
only guy here who actually lives in Malaysia.
That's
Then
true.
he's
That's
fake
true.
Malaysian, right?
I lived in Malaysia till I was 15 and then I moved here. So Sec 2.
Sec 3.
Okay lah, formative years lah.
14.
Formative years.
Started at 15, yeah.
Okay, so maybe a bit of background first. Which part of Malaysia you all grew up?
Oh, actually, there's a lot of representation because we grew in different states. So I grew up in Selangor, Malaysia. I was a budak Subang Jaya, memang ada gaya. Those who know will know.
Wow.
Oh, it's
that's
also
right, that's
legit.
right.
Comment down below if you are from that place too.
Yeah, my school was in SS15. So like everyone knows that's the cool place to hang out because we had Asia Cafe.
Oh yeah. that
Yeah,
place.
see,
I
even
know
Penang
that
people
place.
know Asia
Yeah.
Cafe.
Penang.
Okay?
Should I give
But
it
the
to
food's
you?
not that great, but
No one can relate.
No one goes there for the food. People go there for the land. It's a huge food complex, right? With like chicken rice, got 5 chicken rice stalls. That's how big it is, right?
Yeah.
But upstairs, massive land shop.
Okay, and Jules?
I'm from Penang.
Boo. Okay,
Hey, Penang one better.
Penang is famous for what? Laksa.
Laksa. That's what I was.
Penang food, a lot of food. Like
Char kway
Char kway teow here is totally different. So
Char kway teow
you
is
get
sucks.
later.
It's white color.
What? No, I've never tried Malaysia char kway
Yeah.
teow before.
No,
Damn it.
it's Penang Char kway teow. It's not Malaysia.
Yeah, get this
Sorry,
right.
sorry.
The
If you're
walkie
from
is so
Penang,
good.
do you just call it char kway teow?
Yeah, we just call it Char kway teow.
I keep pulling that joke.
Which is the best char kway teow? Is it the sisters one or is it the old uncle one?
I recently tried the sisters one, which honestly is quite expensive because I think it's already like
How much?
Yeah,
Because
it's
to us,
famous.
it's cheap.
Oh, stop it.
And recently it got cheaper.
We are the evil Singapore.
Okay,
Malaysian. 3.15, 3.41
No, how much?
or something.
3.4, yeah,
Yeah.
3.42 ish.
No, so in Singaporean dollars, because we are a Singaporean podcast,
It's bigger
how
than
much
pie.
is the
Like
what
a
is
plate
it?
of char kway teow.
Yeah.
$5.
$5 Sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 15 ringgit.
Yeah, it's 15 ringgit. It's crazy and it's so small. It's like this portion, right? Damn small.
It's very
It's
expensive.
fine dining.
Yeah, then the prawn is damn big lah, but
Back in my day, char kway teow was 5 ringgit.
yeah, it's 5 ringgit. It was 5 ringgit. It's crazy.
But isn't char kway teow in Singapore now also $5?
No,
yeah,
if you
it's
buy
like-
the big size one.
Yeah, it's about 3 each,
Yeah.
4.
Really?
3 to 4.
It's because this place famous, that's why.
The difference is it doesn't taste that great.
Right.
Fun fact, okay, and this is super strange. But Jules went to the same school as my dad because
Yeah.
my parents are also from Penang, and Jules is what was the
So
head
that's where
boy?
daddies
So like
are made.
like what head prefect, right?
So Jules is 70 years old.
So there's a wall where like all the alumni are like shown, right?
So he's there.
and all the head
They're
prefects.
on the same board.
They are on the same level. Literally, like,
Oh, your dad was also head prefect.
Yeah.
It's a small
I didn't go
world.
to the same school. I was head prefect in primary school.
Yeah, nobody
Okay.
cares for primary school.
I do.
That's
Okay.
where he picked.
Yeah.
So, let's just get right into the list lah. Because I
Okay.
think just listing these things are gonna trigger people already, okay?
Hey, you're not going to credit where the list is from.
Fuyo. The website is Fuyo. This article is from 2014, so
Thank you for you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, the first thing, I don't even know the first point
Difference.
is, the first difference is,
Bring it on.
see, don't need that.
Very good.
Okay, sorry.
This is why
Rusty,
Jompo
let-
doesn't
let
post,
me
by the
warm
way.
up, okay? The first difference is Malaysian kids aren't pressured to study as hard as Singaporean students. They call us students, they call them kids.
Okay, I answer on everyone's behalf. True.
Julian Chin.
No, honestly, I feel that we get pressured also. But after I come here, right, I feel that the pressure is way higher. It's
Yeah,
just,
let's just compare the suicide rates.
Okay.
Hey, so going for light-hearted episode. Suddenly became heavy.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I mean, honestly, we are still like living in Malaysia for like, I think Dan will relate also. You were there for secondary, right?
Yeah,
while.
for a bit.
Like we are like pressured, not pressured lah, but we are encouraged to, make our way into the science stream.
Yes.
Everybody wants to go to the science stream. Not everybody lah. Everybody has to go to the science stream. If not, you are
Doomed.
Yeah,
Wait, so
you're
Singapore
doomed.
and Malaysia does have a huge similarity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys got like normal, express and all, right?
And by
Yes,
encourage, you
science,
mean
arts.
beat lah, correct?
Yeah,
yeah.
ours is
With a
science stream,
belt
art
lah.
stream.
Depends on your dad lah, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but I remember how, like, it wasn't from my parents, but I remember just being as part of the cohort thinking, oh my god, if we end up in art stream, right, GG,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
Hongkan. And I don't know if that perception is real or whether like it was just kind of made up in our head.
But did
Yeah.
y'all have friends that were in art stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did you
then-
go to science stream?
Honestly, it feels more chaotic in the arts class. The arts, the cohort, right? Entire cohort, right? The science stream all very like proper. All of them study. They come early and all that shit,
Mostly
right?
girls. Girls are smarter for some reason.
Yeah. Then
In Malaysia.
I come from a all boys school, so it's all
Oh,
boys.
sorry.
Yeah. So then all the arts people,
And
right?
yeah, you see the girls in the science.
They are all very chaotic lah. They untuck their shirts, all that shit. But
The
honestly,
naughty
they are actually quite decent one. It's just that.
But the pressure, like from parents, because to me, right, Malaysia, Singaporean, still Asian parenting, still same.
Yeah.
But
Malaysia,
is there really a difference? Like for example, is there like in Singapore, honestly, right? Did you all feel pressured to have like you need to get all A's?
Yeah, of course.
It's not
As in-
just A's. A star have to score above 90. In
Right.
primary school at least. Lah.
And you felt that pressure from your parents? Wow.
Oh, the pressure's not for my parents though. The pressure's for myself. And
Jay.
No.
Self-motivated.
no, yeah, because my elder brother, he's not very good at school, so then I didn't want other people to look down on my family. Hey, my brother can't do it, but I can do it. I represent my family. Yeah, so
Your sister,
cannot.
Okay.
I cannot also. Yeah, but my parents are like, cause they know I can. I'm not sure is it because they know I can study, so they left me alone. They just like, pass can already.
This
Pass
is just
can
you
already.
just showing off that you were the better sibling. lah.
I was not. I was okay. I was not failing my classes.
Right.
but
Yeah.
you did better than them in school.
Sometimes I top lor.
But the two of you, did y'all get that same pressure?
I remember being pressured to get all A's for like especially our equivalent of PSLE, which was called UPSR. Because I remember like if I scored all A's, I was gonna get money per A that I got
Wow.
from my sister and my parents.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then I think if I had all A's, I would have gotten like 1,000 ringgit or something. That was like
Which is like
200 per
$5 lah.
Same.
No,
No,
ringgit,
back then it's
ringgit.
1,000.
You say same. So it's normal
Way back.
for like. Is it normal like in Malaysia, your parents will give you money if you score A?
My parents lah, they will like encourage me, and then they say, okay, if this UPSR, we have UPSR, we have PMR, we have SPM. That's the like the major exams lah.
Yeah.
If we score like 1A, right, they give me 50 ringgit. Yeah. Then like I get like 9 A's, then I'll get like a lot.
Yeah,
Nine?
yeah, sure. Oh yeah,
Why
yeah,
got
9
nine?
subjects.
9 subjects
Nine,
if you're
oh, yeah.
in
Secondary school got
got
9
9 what?
You took how many?
I thought we only got 4. No, you
That's primary school.
L1 L1 R5 max what?
Yeah, that's what you choose.
You choose
You
which
don't only have
one.
6 subject, what, but you choose
Cannot
your best
ace and
orders.
everything.
But you all cannot choose. You all must all get A.
Yeah.
No, you can choose the subject because there are people who will like, so SPM is the last exam that you take, right? Like of secondary school. There are people who take like 18 subjects. Like 17 subjects, and you will count on newspaper 17 A's, and then like, oh, like such a big deal, but it's like, why would you put yourself through
What are
that?
subjects that are like common in Malaysia that are not common in Singapore?
We have, what do you call that? Okay.
Ugama?
We have English.
Dancing.
We have moral.
We have moral, moral studies.
Pendidikan moral also
we
is
have
moral
also.
studies.
Oh,
We
It's
have also.
really bad.
But as like a testable, like
So basically, majority of exams, right, is definitions. What does it mean to be
Corrupt. In Singapore have also. It's called social studies.
No, social studies is not the same as this. It's moral.
but like conscientiousness or like taking initiative? What is the definition? And you have to get it like word for
Yeah,
word correct
word for word.
by dictionary. Like,
so it's not like the train dilemma test that kind of.
I wasn't that advanced. I
No,
left
but at least you all
sec
know
two.
what is conscientiousness, you know, at that age.
No,
I
but
don't know.
We don't. We're just memorizing. We're not absorbing.
Yeah.
As all primary school kids do.
Yeah, but we also had Ugama, which was like religious studies.
Yeah.
For SPM, you can also take Bible studies also if you want.
Yeah, you can.
I personally didn't feel pressure from my parents. They like try to nudge me in the right direction. If I need tuition, they give me tuition, that kind of shit, right? But overall, I wasn't like, you must get straight A's.
Okay.
But at least pass lah, huh? That kind.
Yeah.
So actually quite chill.
But do you
So-
think that affected your grades?
Confirm.
So do you wish they push you harder?
Do I wish they push me harder? No, I feel like I see like some of my younger cousins growing up, right? And some people are just not meant to study the way the system is designed,
Yeah.
and it's fine. But now we are. I think parents are maybe from what I've seen in my circles, parents are a bit more relaxed. If you cannot, we understand. Let's try to see what we can develop first, or at this stage for you. So I think that's nice. Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay lah. So for the first point, Singaporeans and Malaysians actually not that
Quite
different,
similar.
I would say actually maybe the word is not right. I don't think the pressure was different. I think the competitiveness was different. So like I think in Singapore that was when I truly understood what it meant to be kiasu, because it was really like, oh, this kid got tuition from this teacher. I also contacting the same teacher, or I also need to make sure that he got tuition. Whereas like in Malaysia, everyone was just inward. Everyone was just taking care of their own self. But I remember having a friend who had like every single day got one tuition or like music class or whatever, right? And my parents being very conscious and like, no, I don't want you to be that miserable. You know, like so like it
My
was
mom would have been the opposite.
yeah.
We
so
need to have 2 a day.
correct. So the kiasuness was very, very different.
Yeah.
And the worst part was that my primary school best friend, right? She loved to study kind. So like it's like until her mom, right, need to tell her please stop studying kind. Then my mom will ask me like, how come you not like that? Then like she's so hardworking then versus me, then the pressure is real.
Oh shit.
I feel like because there's no life
my
outside
God.
of studying for kids.
No
but in
lah.
Malaysia, right, you all go adventure, go and ride to this place, go and do that, Singapore, where are you gonna go? Go Orchard 3 times, you're done already.
City life in Malaysia is not that different though. Like
Yeah.
you end up going to the same malls.
Is it? The next difference is Singaporeans walk. Malaysians don't like to walk unless it's in a mall or air-conditioned place.
Correct. That's true.
What? Wait, it's true
That's
for
very true.
Singaporeans too though.
No, but you guys can walk for ages.
Yeah.
Like 15-minute walk, sure. Like for example, right,
saying
when I
this?
first got together,
Own up now.
when I
Who's
got
saying
together
this?
with Nat, right, she doesn't mind walking from, if you can imagine, Tangs, Shaw, all the way
Dhoby Ghat,
to
Somerset, Orchard not counted. Because that one is like connected, then people will
Oh.
walk and shop down the street.
No, but just one shot walk all the way from like say Shaw to Plaza Sing. Oh, we're going to Plaza Sing. Oh, just walk off. Then I'm like, no.
But my car is parked right here.
So
Oh,
for
no,
example, right, let's just say,
100%.
I think I won't think that way if I have a car. You know, in Malaysia, right, for example, let's just say if I have a car here, right, and I live in Toa Payoh, then like NTUC is just like a 5-minute walk. I will still choose to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will still choose to drive because why not?
It really
Why
is.
not?
No, I think the difference, right, is that car is cheap for your...
And petrol also.
Petrol is cheap lah.
Singapore so expensive, you think I need to pay parking, need to think, you count the money already, okay lah, I sacrifice my life lah. I mean my body. I walk.
And walking is healthier. Walking is healthier.
No, it's so true. Like immediately when Drew said that, right, outside of my housing estate, there's literally a 7-Eleven that is a maximum 3-minute walk. We drive all the time. My mom was like, huh? Just get in the car.
Wait, then you need time to park. You need time to. By the time we get
Who
out,
needs time to
time
park?
to
We
park,
double
yeah.
park. Just double park. You just need to pick up something. Just don't care what.
I really don't understand that one, yeah, the parking.
Yeah,
Like the first time I drive to Malaysia, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
I come out of the cafe, then another car in front of me. Then I don't know what to do.
Yeah, how do you ask them to excuse?
The
Like,
tip is to just leave your car on neutral so that someone else can just push it.
Push.
or you leave your phone
I
number in
believe
front.
you. Said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
that's
if
what
you
people
don't,
do.
okay, let's say I'm the inside car and I want to come out, but there's another car
You
outside.
just have to horn once.
Yeah, you horn once. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
then like,
people-
they'll watch out. They'll watch
People
out.
who double park know that
Yeah.
okay, I'm looking out for a horn, so that I will come out straight away.
I
And they
heard
were very
that. I
paiseh.
cannot remember which country this was, but it's like so safe, right? And that is just the culture there. That like people would leave their car keys in the car, such that if I need to move the car in front of me, I go in and I drive it away. I move my car, then I park back for them.
Wow.
Which country?
I cannot recall, but I watched
Luxembourg.
one of the luxurious ones. Yeah.
Okay, which brings me to the next point. The next difference is, in Singapore, no one messes with the law.
It's true. I am the.
You,
Not
but
abiding citizen.
Yeah.
some people like block shopping.
No, like, how do I put it? Like, to me, right, I don't know, maybe
They're
it's
more
just
defiant.
by social circles, but we were always taught to test the boundaries or question why this law is in place in the first place. You know what I mean?
That's a very humble way
And
to
also
put it.
enforcement of law is weird. No, like we just mentioned this before we've started rolling, right? Like the moment you cross the border, right, it feels like the law is flexible. You know, it feels like the law is there but not really there. Like, you know, in some countries, right, we don't, when you drive, right, you don't follow the line. Singapore, everybody follow the line, to the lane, right? Doesn't really apply in all situations. You know what I mean? Like, do we really need to always follow the lines? So when you cross the border, right, if say you want to, wait,
Please follow the lines when you drive. Really? Yeah, it's damn dangerous if you don't.
no, but like for example, if you go and drive in like Vietnam or whatever, right, you don't follow the lines. Nobody does. If you follow lines, you are a danger to the rest.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. No, but in Singapore, like some people like to encroach your lane because they don't look at their blind spot, right? And then
Yeah.
like scary. But anyway,
Then crouch, crouch as much as you
Do not
want.
listen to this terrible advice.
No, I remember in Thailand, right? Because it's a 3-lane highway. Then suddenly, right, I was
Got
like,
5 cars.
yeah, no. Then suddenly got like 4-5 lane. They create their own lanes. Like they drive at the shoulder,
Yeah.
the road shoulder. Oh my god, it's insane.
The impressive one is Bali. The
Why?
lane
Oh,
is like this
yeah,
wide,
yeah.
right? But 2 cars can fit.
No, the bike can ride on the pavement. What are you talking about?
But isn't that amazing? It's so
It is
fluid.
really-
Yeah.
But dangerous also. You
No,
know?
but I think I had this conversation with Dan when I asked him that, like, how does it make you feel, right, growing up knowing that the system is corrupt allegedly? Because you know, you watch all these K-dramas and all that, right? And the police is always corrupt. They always show the politicians are corrupt, right? And what kind of message does this like breed into the citizens' minds? And then so similarly in Malaysia, where we might perceive their laws to be more flexible,
allegedly, for all of this.
then does that affect your upbringing? Because like on one hand, you know that the rich will probably always get away with whatever they want, and that's a terrible thing to grow up thinking, ma. And then, but on the other hand, there's like a bit more leeway if you make small mistakes.
Honestly, we don't.
Allegedly.
We're not. Okay, maybe I'm speaking for myself lah, but I'm not really afraid of the law when I'm in Malaysia. I'm more afraid of the people enforcing the law.
Yeah.
Sometimes
What do you
the
mean?
law
He's
there,
scared of
right?
the police.
Yeah. Scared of the police. I'm just scared of the police. I'm not like really scared that kind, but I'm more of like
You don't know what could happen.
Worry
lah.
about their
Okay,
intentions.
Jules got balls, but he's just saying that this is the thing that he
like
would.
they'll bring something that is not illegal and then bring it on you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they will force it on you. Oh shit, I will get.
no.
Okay. Maybe not that far,
Yeah.
but like you're basically more worried about the intentions of
Correct.
the police.
Yeah, when I come to like Malaysia, Singapore, right, I feel that the police here give me a sense of like
security.
Yeah.
Like in
Because they
Malaysia,
are the
right,
security.
you know,
It's like we can
Malaysia-
trust
Correct.
our policemen.
Then
Okay.
when I'm in Malaysia, right, I say, oh shit, am I gonna get caught? Why is he here? You know,
Like is he
Something
gonna
that.
find a
Oh.
reason
Yeah,
to
he's
like
gonna
stop
find a
me?
reason to stop me. So that's how I feel when I see a police in like Malaysia and Singapore.
So from my
Yeah.
understanding, I heard this from a interesting source. When you cross over to JB, right?
Alright, everybody, like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, especially if you're Malaysian, for more good luck with your citizenship application.
Welcome to Singapore.
Welcome to Singapore. Oh wait, that's Uniqlo. Back to the episode.
There are specific checkpoints and like turns or traffic junctions or whatever, right? Where they will purposely plant these traffic police, right, to catch Singaporean plates. and basically like fine you or whatever kind of thing. So then what they do, right, is that there's actually a whole structure and system where all these people, right, need to collect and hit a certain amount of
Like a quota per
fines,
day.
correct, so that they can pay the fella above.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So the whole system is structured in a way and is corrupt, really, allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely heard of these things, but I do think because of the reputation being so bad also, that sometimes a lot of it could be like folklore or like...
Yeah.
Right.
So you think it's not true?
No. I'm saying
saying
that
it could be.
I'm saying that a lot of it is true, but I think some of it can be easily made out. So, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to like circumvent us suddenly not being able to enter our country again.
Yeah, a lot of it is like laws lah, honestly. But there's a lot of like those what do you call that? Very rabak stories about the police force in Malaysia lah, which
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that the police system or whatever, right, is that the way it is?
I think because they're not paid well.
They are one of the most underpaid like occupations in
Yeah, it's
Malaysia.
quite
Apparently doctors too.
Yeah.
So
In Malaysia?
Malaysia is having a huge
Um,
brain drain of doctors currently
yeah.
because of the shit conditions that are happening there.
Especially if you weren't in a government hospital,
Yeah.
you're not in the private sector. Yeah. It's really, really bad. So like I remember growing up, we would share stories on our best tips of how to handle a police officer if they stop you. So like some of my friends would be like, okay, the most important thing is to make sure you take out all your money out of your wallet so that they cannot ask you for money. So like you can show your wallet's empty. So like what my friends would do is that straight away hide the money under like the seat or whatever. Then like another friend who like for some
Look
reason
at the seat, got like $200
Yeah.
spread all over the
Could
seat.
you-
Why do I no money?
then you try to like or like it'll be, if it's unrealistic because like Malaysians really have to carry cash everywhere last time, right? So like you keep like maybe just 50 ringgit. So
Yeah.
you know that it's limited to that. And then I think the other was like a friend of mine had he had a business card of like some inspector or something like so got the police
Real
crest
one.
there.
Right.
One. Yeah. So that he will purposely put it at the front of his wallet, right? So every time he had to open his wallet, he show that thing. And so far it's worked lah. I mean back then, so like they will not do anything to him. And
So you photocopy.
we should have. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that there has been several campaigns recently to like stop them from taking bribes and stuff like that. I don't know what's the success rate. There have been some articles that you read that a police officer arrested someone for trying to offer bribes.
Yeah.
But the feeling in Malaysia is that this is still a minority amount of cases lah.
Yeah. But it's nice to know that this is not like a targeted thing. Like it's not like Singaporeans go there then they kena. It's everybody
No,
kena
it's-
together.
yeah.
So it actually bonds us.
It's
It ties us together.
No,
Do
but-
you got any tip or not? Any tricks?
No tips, but I have this experience of being asked to bribe once.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was in this was like 5-6 years back, right?
Ask to bribe and in some
Okay, so this
You have to
happened.
bri-
so,
someone bribe you to bribe someone else.
no. So this so
What is that?
I was riding to my uni and I was late already. So in front of my like the like place where I stay, right?
The
you have to
hostel.
make,
you have to downplay the
you have to make one huge turn. But there's a small U-turn which you can illegally go against the traffic.
which you can illegally go.
you illegally go and then you faster make your way out.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's a shortcut lah, basically. So right, one day I went and then somebody the police caught me. Then I was stopped at the side. Then the guy asked me, you did a illegal turn, you need to, get summoned lah. So he took out his book and he said, $300, 300 ringgit, the fine. He said, 300 ringgit is a lot for a student.
Yeah.
You want us to settle?
Oh.
This is usually the
This
case.
is usually the case.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I was like, okay, if this guy is gonna ask me for a bribe, I'm not gonna give it to him. Say, never mind, just summon me. Yeah, I just get summoned. Then he was very unhappy lah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He was
wait, so it's really $300. 300
300 ringgit.
No, 300 ringgit to be actually fine. So you will pay
Yeah,
the
yeah.
government.
But
lah,
usually if they settle,
It's
Like-
how much?
lower.
like
20,
50.
depends on how much, but usually if it's
Way
a
less.
student, right, like 20, it's just to get them coffee and also.
Yeah. Why didn't you want to just give him the
Yeah.
20?
No, I would just give. Oh,
I think I didn't have a 20 that time.
You only have 100. Yeah, damn it.
But I didn't want to
You
give.
set this up as like a moral thing, like
Yeah,
cannot.
it's
but-
really a moral thing. I
Oh.
really don't want to, because that time it was still like the opposition in Malaysia almost won that time.
Yeah.
That was, like after that, I was very patriotic and all this shit.
But if given the choice now,
No, I remember that
I
time.
will still pay. I will still get summoned lah. Because the thing is, Malaysia, if you get summoned, you can get discount for your summons.
That's true. After a while.
So after because the thing is nobody pays their summons in Malaysia, right? That they have the government comes up with like offers, like, hey, now you get 50% off, if you pay now. And the lines will be crazy.
nice sale for the summons.
It's like summons after 3 years or 5 years or
Correct.
whatever. If you haven't paid, like, come, we got 50% off, just pay it off.
But if
There's
you
no
don't pay, then what
penalty,
happen?
man. There's no penalty.
No penalty. Nothing.
Then why would anybody even take up this 50%? What a terrible
No
promo.
lah, but it's like nice to just like get it off like your
Yeah.
record.
Right.
Like I think my parents always said like no matter what, just take the summon because you don't want to like kind of encourage this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
Like demand and supply at the end of the day.
Correct.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that's why I was really surprised when I first moved to Singapore and everyone was just so open to like, oh yeah, just pay them off, just pay them off, bribe. That was like,
Yeah.
to me that was shocking because to me Singaporeans,
Correct.
at least even in my circle of friends in Malaysia, we would rather just take the summon.
Right.
And so I was shocked that like, Singaporeans just so willing to just pay them off.
Singaporeans have
even
no-
though like to me like Singaporeans very prim and proper law and
No,
order.
we have
that
no
kind of
morals.
shit.
But when it comes to money,
Yeah.
Money is more
different set of rules.
It's very, what is the best deal? Yeah.
In Singapore, you got like flirt with the law and
I don't flirt in general.
No, I just said.
No risk, no.
I just said just now, I'm the best number one citizen. Model citizen.
Shit.
I'm really very scared. I everything by the book one. They say cannot park
Really,
here,
ah?
don't park here.
because
They say
I
cannot
think
do
you
this.
there's evidence of you.
I was like a few videos ago, he flirted more than the law.
Calm down.
Oh, is that his name? Anyway, I love to jaywalk lah. I don't know whether I can say this. But
Hey,
you know,
can get fined.
no, do you know? No. Do you know that there's a signboard for the pedestrian no
Yeah.
crossing, right?
Yeah.
If you are behind the signboard, it's legal to cross. You can jaywalk beyond that sign.
Oh, really, man?
No, yeah. So I didn't know this, right? Then my friend recently, she lived in Holland Village, right? Then she did
Wow,
jaywalk.
baller.
She jaywalk, right? Then immediately the guy beside her just say like, hey, you jaywalk is fine. I think $300 or something like that. Then she like, huh? Then she like, my first time, I don't know. Then really fine eh. What the? I didn't know.
Who fine?
I can't remember. She told me some authorities, I don't know, LTA or whatever.
What if it's just a random guy?
No.
No lah, but you don't pay on the spot, ma.
Yeah, it's the letter will be sent. The letter will be sent.
Siao, if not, I also not here already. Go and see people cross road.
From what I read, right, I don't know if it's true, but apparently because these people are not law officers, right, like they're not police, they
You
cannot
can actually walk away.
Yeah.
They cannot detain you.
Yeah.
So you just
can
don't
just-
take. They
yeah.
just think
run.
you just don't take.
That's true.
And then it's illegal to block someone's way in Singapore.
There you
Huh?
go.
You find them
You
back.
reverse Uno.
Really, man? What
So
do you
just run.
mean?
Like if you want to walk left, right, then I purposely left, right with you, then you can like make a police report against me.
Were there anything that caught you off guard when you all moved overseas?
The thing that caught me the most off guard, right, was how Singaporeans use the word steady.
How do you use
Hey,
it?
It
steady
throws me
ah.
off.
Steady.
Like
Wait, how
y'all
do
just
you
go,
use it?
steady. What? Steady.
Then how do you use it?
When a structure is not falling off.
Oh, Singlish threw you off.
Yeah, Singlish like
This bridge so steady.
like when like hey you both stayed already then I'm like what the you on about yeah that threw me off the most.
So what's the
Language.
Malaysian term for that?
Oh, no.
What is your version of I state my?
Yeah, what is the Malaysian
sia.
version of I state my?
Oh, y'all both know game, so y'all both don't know.
Yeah, probably probably
Never
yeah.
asked before. What do the men ask you all?
I have no idea. I
me
got
too.
rejected way more times than I had girlfriends.
Did you all used to have a Malaysian accent before you all?
Yeah.
What is the Malaysian accent? The Z accent.
Okay. No. So there's definitely a way to speak, right? But it's the pronunciation of certain words that I still get shit for, which is the correct pronunciation
Like blood?
Okay, go.
of blood.
Blood ah.
Blood is the correct way.
B-L-U-R-R-E-D ah.
Blood.
Yeah lah, B-L-U-R-R-E-D lah. Say again.
Blood.
When I fall
Okay, then how do you
down, I
pronounce
blurred.
B-L-U-R-R-E-D?
BLURRED. Blurred. Blurred.
Why is it not blood?
Yeah.
Blood or B-L-A-T.
No, so what I didn't realize when I came to Singapore, everyone just started saying blood. Then I will go like blood. Then I realized more people were making fun of me for saying blood than blood. I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, so the correct pronunciation is blood?
No lah. I mean, you guys say blood. You guys say blood. We say blood.
The
Later I'll
Malaysians
Google.
and Malaysians, the
We
Australians
should-
say nor.
Nor.
No. We say chrysanthemum.
No, that's just you. Valina.
No, because like I didn't realize that I was saying it wrong until someone pointed it out to me. Look at the spelling of chrysanthemum, and so then I realized it's not an N, it's an M.
Right.
So then when I went back to Malaysia, like immediately after, like a few weeks after, I asked my sister, how do you pronounce this? And she chrysanthemum. And then I asked my dad, chrysanthemum. And I realized this is where I'm getting it from. My whole family says chrysanthemum.
I can't.
but
I always
anyways,
get the
this one says
vermicelli
blood.
wrong.
Blood.
Vermicelli.
Blood.
What?
Blood. It's pronounced blood.
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 One for Singapore. Let's go.
Because we were
Our law
colonized.
is black and white, and our pronunciation of blood is correct.
And our ancestors were white.
Whoa.
I mean, not ancestors, sorry, colonizers were white.
Okay, next
Okay.
one.
Can I say something on a side note? Just now, Shum's trying to look for how to pronounce blood, right? But then she want to ask Google to read for her. But then because the word is so short, so she pressed really when she bring to her ear, Google is done saying it. So if you play back the footage, she did it like 4 times before she actually heard the pronunciation.
Because you're talking, I cannot play louder, right?
You damn
I was trying to be considerate.
She's trying to get faster.
That's why you
I'm
put
watching
like.
her over here.
No, because you're having a conversation. Otherwise, I would have played out loud.
No, you put 2 words in front next time.
Yeah.
It's pronounced blood.
Yeah. Or just blah 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 blah.
Well done. We have a very educated panel.
But there's a lot of like slang words that Singaporeans like to give us shit for.
Like selengong.
Like already or AD.
Already.
Yeah.
What?
ADI. ADI. Already.
Way.
Some
Way. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have some like in primary school, right? I have some teachers, right, who pronounce the
Only.
word some. So, for example,
The pronunciation is correct.
no. So my whole life I'm very confused. Okay, so the only recently I realized, it's Malaysian pronunciation of some.
But the pronunciation is
It's
correct.
some.
No, but so my teacher, I give you an example. So
Please.
she'll say things like, would you like to have some apple? You know that. No, can you not hear
It's
the
like,
difference?
would you like to have some apple?
As compared to-
Would you like to have some apple?
Yeah, there's this.
Oh, it's not the
That's
pronunciation,
Malaysian,
it's
that's
the
Malaysian.
intonation. I thought I was at home, yeah.
It's like no difference.
Some. Yeah.
Some, yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, only later on I realized how come is it some or some? Then I think very long.
Honestly, I think the Chinese accent more obvious.
Yeah.
The Chinese
When you
accent
speak-
more obvious.
Example?
Don't like that way.
你明天有去哪里吗？
No, it sounds normal.
Oh, Chinese when speaking
Yeah,
Chinese.
Mandarin.
No, you sound
You
normal.
say something.
Sound normal, huh?
You say
Wow.
something.
Yeah, what is normal?
Singaporean, as in this is my normal, ma. What you mean? Oh, 你明天去哪里?
你明天去哪里？ our a bit different.
你明天去哪里？哪里？
Like they got more of a
You don't try lah. You don't try.
Okay.
You barely
Yeah,
learning.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
Like
don't
their
worry
words are
about this.
italicized. That's how I imagine it.
Oh, now that makes sense.
Okay. A little bit of a twang.
No, where did way come from?
Wait.
It's la, is it? It's
Yeah,
our
wait.
la.
No.
It's
So
sia.
it depends. It's like
Yeah.
It's our sia.
hey,
It's
don't like
like
that way.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah lah, don't like that
You know?
lah. Don't like that lay.
No,
lay.
but we also
Ah,
use
Malay also.
Yeah, but we also use la. We don't use sia. Sia threw me off a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy with his punchline. so when do I use way?
like Yahweh.
This is the way.
Amen.
Yahweh.
Or
I am
like,
the
How do I
way.
use it?
The truth, the life.
When do you use way?
Hey, what the way? What the is that?
Yeah.
It's the replacement for sia lah. I think.
Yeah.
It's just
it's more
use it very
sia
naturally.
than
WEI.
yeah.
WEI.
It's from like Mandarin. I
How
think.
do you
Like
say?
way when you pick up.
I think so.
Oh, like hello.
Oh my god.
Wait, sorry, I
This-
don't know.
like
This cultural exchange not working out.
What else? Actually, way.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
so-
all okay. You all can speak 3 languages. If you are Malaysian Chinese, you all can speak English, Mandarin,
Yep.
and Malay.
no.
It's recent for
Mandarin no,
them.
Mandarin no.
So you don't
Depends
learn
on the
Mandarin?
school. that you
Because
go
it depends
to.
on the
Depends.
state. So like different states, right? Different Chinese groups have different dialects. So like Penang is Hokkien. Majority of the Chinese that live in Penang are Hokkien.
Yeah.
In KL, it's Cantonese.
And then your first language is Malay.
Our mother tongue is still Hokkien.
Yeah, our dialect.
yeah, our dialects, and then we have to learn Malay.
So in
That's
school,
our-
in school,
But the first
growing up,
language is what?
English. At least for me lah. For like maybe
Hokkien lah for me.
maybe Hokkien
Yeah.
or Cantonese.
It depends on what you
but
speak at home.
Malay is like a compulsory subject until you, I think, go uni also.
Because everything like it was back then, they tried to make it into English, but now it's back in Malay, right? Like math and science and geography and history is all in Malay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know
it's the
dialects.
primary language lah.
No, but at home you speak your dialect. So like at home, my whole family speaks Hokkien.
Yeah.
But then that means that English isn't the first language, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
everything is taught in Malay.
Malay, but yeah, Malay is the main language of like Malaysians.
Right.
Yeah. They at one point they even called it Bahasa Malaysia.
Right.
Yeah. So it's basically we don't call it Bahasa Melayu. It's Bahasa Malaysia. So all our subjects are all in Bahasa Malaysia.
And is there a difference? Like similar to our English, right? Is there a difference in Singaporean and Malaysian? Like you know, it's
some
quite
words-
similar.
some
Indonesian, right?
words
It's
are
like
not the same.
apa,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
Malay is like apa.
Oh, with Singapore and Malaysia is a lot closer.
Yeah.
But I do think that we speak
differently.
yeah, just the pronunciation. So like even Malaysia, different states pronounce different words differently. So like KL, the upper, we're more likely to go upper. Whereas like if say you're in the eastern side of Malaysia, you're more likely to be like upper or like even different words lah. But not an expert on this
Yeah, it's not-
on this
we're
particular
not-
language.
Dialect is so interesting though. The
It
only
is
reason
interesting.
dialects are lost is because they are not written languages.
Oh.
Writing is one of the best inventions of mankind.
But I believe at least with Cantonese they use the same characters as
No,
Mandarin, right?
not really.
No, some not.
Yeah,
Not
not
really.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you notice like it's like Hokkien, all these like there's
Yeah.
no written form, then it gets lost because
I
there's
think-
just no way to pass it down unless I
Right.
teach you how to say or you grow up
Yeah.
talking to me in Hokkien, that kind.
I think Malaysians' biggest flex, right, is being able to speak so many languages. Or at least being able to understand so many languages.
What's really funny is that if you're Malaysian Chinese, you're most likely going to be classified internally as either English speaking Chinese or Chinese speaking Chinese. Because in Malaysia you have Chinese schools where everything is in Chinese actually. And then you have the ones that speak English where everything is Malay but you speak English at home.
Like the Chinese schools are common.
No.
Yeah, not really
Not really
common,
common.
but a lot of people go there and they tend to be the high scoring schools also.
Yeah.
That's where the
Right.
pressure
Yeah,
goes.
that's
on.
where the pressure goes.
Yeah.
So if you are like you can study one, right? Usually they will send your parents will send you to
Chinese school.
Chinese
school.
schools.
Right.
Yeah. So what happens is that I will sometimes encounter somebody, right, who is Chinese. I cannot speak Chinese. He cannot speak English. We are talking to each other in Malay, and it's
Yeah.
like it always gets me. It
Correct,
always
correct.
tickles me a little bit.
Yeah. When I come to Singapore, right, then I talk to the auntie, right? I talk to the auntie in Malaysia. Because all the aunties that like the hawker aunties, right? They'll understand Malay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then I come here, right? Then
What
I-
the heck?
Ah.
So
Also, but here they don't lah.
Yeah, they don't lah.
yeah. So you throw them off guard a bit.
Yeah.
No, but I love like every time I order like Malay food here, I'll obviously
correct,
speak to them
correct,
Malay and
correct.
then like give them a bit of a what?
And then do you get any benefits from that?
No.
No.
Nice.
Oh shit! I have witnessed a snatch thief like in person before. So like I was in my car, right? We were waiting for my mom because like she went to the bank, and then just in front of us, right, there was a lady walking, and two people on a motorbike came round and snatched her necklace and dragged her through the road for a bit until the whole thing snapped.
Wow, what brand? The necklace strong, sia.
Yeah, and then after that you can see the beads, or was it the bag? Maybe it was a bag. No. I remember seeing the beads on the floor. But I remember like the most shocking thing for me was seeing her getting dragged by. It wasn't long, but it was enough to like you can see the blood like just like scratch through.
Right.
And it was so shocking.
Going back to the fact of safety, right? I think that's the reason why we what do you call that? We drive out also.
Yes,
Like it's not safe to walk out even
That's
in
right.
the day.
Huh?
Yeah, like
That's
it's
right.
it's like you can get snatched like
Right.
anywhere you go. So when we walk in like beside like on the street, right? We usually put our handbags in the inner side.
You carry handbag?
No lah, for girls lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
usually...
for the gentlemen that carry the girls' handbags.
It's just a natural instinct.
Yeah, it's
like,
a natural instinct.
Make sure that if you're walking by the pavement, bag not on the outside.
Yeah.
Or just don't carry a bag, use pockets.
Honestly, it's also like that when we go overseas, ma. Like, you know, your passport, that bag is carried inside your outerwear.
No,
Yeah.
but theirs is their
But this is your
home,
home,
man.
yeah.
It's our home.
True.
And like I remember growing up, my mom actually, she never said it lah, but she was very reluctant for me to start going out to malls with my friends because I think she couldn't keep an eye. So she would always, every time I want to watch a movie, right, she would be like, okay, come, let's go. So she would be the one that would take me to go out all the time just so that she could keep an eye on me. And like I really never
My
appreciated
mom
it.
does
Thank
that
you.
because she just want because I have curfew. Because she's a very strict mom. Not because of safety.
But is it true that, as in, do Malaysians really romanticize Singapore? Because I used to have a...
Oh, it's a good question.
So, one of my ex-colleagues, right, she said that like it was her dream to come to Singapore to work. Like I think she just got an opportunity to come to Singapore, and then like she went to hang out at like Orchard, the area, and then she was like, oh my god, like the place blew her mind. And then from that moment, she was like, I must come to work in Singapore so that I can visit Orchard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then eventually she did like come to work here lah.
And then?
And then she loved Orchard lah.
So it is the dream lah.
Yeah.
Her dream
okay,
came
It's the
true.
Singaporean dream, but this version.
So the Malaysian dream is Singapore.
Sorry, I meant American dream, but Malaysia Singapore version.
I think before I was 15, right? So after PMR, right? PMR is like the major exam that you take when you are 15. So if you score very well, right, in that exam, you can actually go apply for a scholarship. It's called the JPA scholarship, where you apply and come to a uni in Singapore.
Oh.
Yeah, so like it's like a fast track to come to Singapore. That time I wanted to apply because I wanted to, go out of the country because, I was a young kid.
But doesn't matter whether it was Singapore or
Wait,
not.
15 you go uni?
No, not uni. Like you are
On the track.
Yeah,
to-
on track.
okay,
Like,
okay.
I think you come to poly or something. I'm not
Right.
sure, but
In secondary school, we have, so you guys have
O-level.
O-levels, right? We have two different
Big exams.
major examinations. One in Sec 3 and then one in Sec 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
so I wanted to like get out of the country lah. Then I had this friend who got it, and then I didn't get it because my results were just mediocre lah. And then I convinced myself, I don't want to go there because it's very stressful. That's what everybody told me, like it's very stressful to come to Singapore, and you won't do as well there because the competition there is so much like fierce lah.
Right.
Yeah, then that was my impression until like now. But going to Orchard really blew my mind.
It really blew my mind. Dude. I was going to
I
say
love
it.
walking at Orchard. I just love walking.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What about
I thought
it?
you said you're walking.
Orchard made me love
Malaysia.
Orchard.
In Malaysia.
I just love walking there because we don't have that. We do
See,
lah.
that's why I
but
say
like-
Orchard, though, because Somerset not counted. The area people love to walk.
No, but everything is so clean and
Yeah.
nice. The brands are all big and shiny.
It's
the
like the
lights
main
are
street,
great.
right, of most cities.
But
Orchard
it's
is that, right?
different. There's a charm
KL
to
also what?
Orchard that you guys don't see. You guys think it's like, it's so standard and basic.
There
Is it like the New
there
York-
was this year where there were like flooding or some shit, right?
Yes.
And then after that year, right, I think the sewage or something like overflow into the whole of Orchard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
From that year onwards, right, there was this smell. And Orchard
Until
Road
now.
smelled
It's true.
horrible for
It's
like
true.
years. Yeah.
Until now.
Now I don't know. I
No,
don't go
no.
Orchard already. I blew my mind. Like I think 2 days ago I take MRT, right? Then I was at the Orchard station. Then the door opened. Orchard got another floor lah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The MRT now can go down one more. But I don't know go where.
That's the Thomson East Coast line.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
brown
brown
line.
line.
Oh, crazy.
No, honestly, the magic of Singapore, I guess I don't feel it that much now because it's been like, 15, 16, 17 years. But the first time I came here as in...
Oh my
in-
god, you've lived in Singapore longer than you've lived in Malaysia.
I have. I remember the first memory of actually traveling to Singapore was when I was 13 and I came to visit my uncle. And then when he took me to Orchard Road, that was when I knew I want to study here.
Interesting.
Like I just want to move.
It's
here.
like the Vegas Street for you lah.
It's really-
He
yeah.
take you down the thing. You like,
No, because like you look at different cities, right? Like different cities have multiple streets that you need to go to like experience it, and it
Right,
feels tiring,
correct.
and it's like, this doesn't feel like okay lah, it's nice to travel, whatever. And it feels like Singapore, everything is just condensed and packed into Orchard Road, and it's like so organized, it's so clean, your police system works.
It's really grass is greener.
Yeah.
Because here we want to, let's take the long open road, get a bike license so I can go and ride along the coast and all that kind of thing. Go to distant, long destinations that, more secluded, that kind of thing.
I
'cause everything
occasionally
is
think about
convenient.
just buying like a big house in Malaysia, like near the causeway kind, right? So that I just like drive to and fro, but I have a huge house.
Yeah, but I think the biggest, so like there's always pros and cons, right? I think it was always seen as glamorous to moving in Singapore, but it always, like I think Jules touched on this, always seen as competitive and very, very stressful because the work life here. So I've actually worked in a company that had both branches in Malaysia and Singapore. And so my boss actually told me the differences. I worked in the Malaysian branch at first and it was so laid back. It was so chill. Like if we have a meeting at 4 p.m, right, you're done for the day because you have to drive out firstly at 3, 1 hour jam. Your meeting finished at 5, there's no way you're driving back to the office, you're done. So everything was, and then when I moved to the Singapore office, right, she's like, the pace here is like 3 times. Like you really have to pick it up and like, yeah. And I felt like 3 times didn't even cut it. Yeah. It was like 4 times more fast paced. And like efficiency is like the number one thing for you guys. It's so crazy. I think back in the Malaysian office, we could just work on, say, at that point of time, sorry, I know my brain's all over the place, but at that point of time, what I was doing was creating proposals. So I was helping the sales team. I was a sales intern. And we could just maybe relax, work on one proposal, like maybe take 3 days, 4 days. It's fine, we'll relax, whatever. I don't know how I use the accent, sorry. It's like, it's fine, relax, whatever, right?
In Singapore, it's 3
in Singapore, we're working on 3 proposals in one day. Yeah. And it's like, what is going on here? Yeah. Like, we'll be fine. Internet goes down in Malaysia. Oh, fine, let's all just go down. We'll go and get a tea.
Our one is just
Here is like everyone is complaining.
Wi-Fi down, Wi-Fi
Get
down.
on your hotspot, use your mobile data.
Yeah.
Continue.
Oh,
Get shit done. Way.
The lifestyle so fast paced, way.
Okay, so Malaysian Singaporeans out there, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to know more, or if you know any other differences you want us to explore, let us know in the comments down below. If not, we'll see you in the next episode where
Yahweh.
or we'll see you sometime soon.
But do you know that you're the most voted?
Yeah.
Like everyone.
There's
in
a poll?
There's a,
There was a informal poll.
No, so our office love to play the top 3, then you're usually the number 1.
Yeah, usually
yeah.
everyone's list.
No, but you can see, you don't need a poll to see it.
But I'm taken, sorry guys.
Hey.
Wow.
Wait, go.
She laughing.